I'm Karl-Heinz Schütz. I'm the principal solo flute of the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra, and I've spent this morning here at the Carnegie Hall to teach 5 students, which come from different schools here, and I've had a great time to work with them. I would say my approach for teaching this morning was very flutey, was very coming from the flutistic side. Since at the Vienna Philharmonic we play a lot of opera music, I have perhaps a more vocal aspect in my approach, what I think the flute should sound like or what music should be about it. So I'm always looking for the vocality, if this word exists in English, about the flute playing. And that's a thing that's not only American flute students have a lack of this, but also students in Asia or in Europe, which I encounter very often. Very often we have to talk about this, about the resonance here, which affects the resonance cage here, capacity of resonance here into the flute, vice versa, because the flute itself is an instrument which does not have so much resonance in itself. Yeah. So, and yeah, besides this, we were talking a lot about articulation, the use of the tongue in different musical aspects and in different moods, which the music has to be, can be very different. And so the difficulty for the flute teaching and getting a flute lesson is the aspect that we cannot watch what is really actually happening inside the mouth. We see only the outside, we see the fingers, we see if there is some tension here or some some posture questions to be resolved, or breathing problem if the breathing is too high or too, this can be worked on. But a major part of the flute playing is happening inside, and therefore we work with pictures and with imagination. Yeah, but these things are more or less, to answer your question, more or less the same. In America or in Europe, the American flute has been, for my ears, always very projective and brighter, perhaps brighter in the sound. Yeah, whereas especially in Vienna, the whole sound of the orchestra, the aesthetics is a different one. Yeah.
So, do you have any advice for young students trying to get to the next level in their?
Mm-hmm. Well, the questions were very different. The levels were very different. We had different players, different persons, and it's very much relied, this question, on the person itself. And so 5 students, 5 different answers. Yeah, there was one student with a lack of variation in the tonguing. Another student had was more stylistical questions about the music of the pre-classical era by Philipp Emanuel Bach, talking about appoggiature, tension and relaxation in the music and in the sound. That was a topic. And another student had difficulty to finish the note, to finish a note in peace, to make a diminuendo and keep the sound, the pitch up, and so 5 different answers.
Right, absolutely. Is this your first time playing you've come to the hall every year with the orchestra?
I have been here several times.
And so tell me about the experience of coming to the hall and playing in New York. Is there a...
Yeah, it's a very particular experience, because on one side it's very familiar for us to play here, because we come so often. We come every year, so kind of know the hall, and there is some familiarity, some relation with the Viennese hall, with the Musikverein, I would say.